to grow my hair out on top and then hide it. I would comb it over a little bit and try to hide it for probably like a year. Last resort was getting the hair system, and I got it late at night. I came home.
Hang on a minute. Like, this is actually the Bowl Cafe podcast. Insane. Sweet. How's it going, everyone, and welcome to this video. Today on the podcast, we have got Sean. So listen, man, it's nice to meet you, Sean. Whereabouts are you from?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
How old are you now, Sean?
I am 33.
33, okay, so a couple of years older than me. You've obviously had a lot of experience with this stuff, with the hair loss and whatnot. Where did this journey start for you?
Well, growing up, I knew like I was eventually going to get to this point because my dad was like pretty much bald, and my grandpa, and on my mom's side too as well. So I knew it was eventually going to come, but I didn't really want to accept it, like the majority of us. But it wasn't until about 2014, I would say, it started to kind of like recede and then get thin.
Right.
But then it was about 2017 and when I started to shave my head.
Okay. So we're talking, how old are you then? You're about 25? Is that about right? 25, 26?
Yeah,
like when you first started noticing. And how did you notice for the first time that you were losing your hair?
Like after the shower, you could kind of, like when you get out of the shower and your hair is still wet, and then you look in the mirror and it's kind of like thin compared to what it used to be.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I noticed it. I tried to grow my hair out on top and then hide it. I would comb it over a little bit and try to hide it for probably like a year or two. And then I started wearing hats everywhere I went.
Yeah.
And I tried the fibers, but that didn't work like too well. And then my last resort was getting the hair system, and I got it late at night. I came home. Everybody was in bed, so my son was sleeping in my bed. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to sleep in his bed. And I covered up my head because I wasn't like too happy about it. So my wife wakes up early and goes to work. So I didn't want her to come in and see it before I actually had like a good like lighting and stuff. I could kind of like really check it out myself. And then once it was gone, I was like, you know what? I am removing this because I didn't like it at all. Yeah.
So, okay, wow. So, I mean, there's a lot here. So you know, your hair starts going thin. You said you noticed it in the shower going slowly. And it wasn't, I mean, how did you feel at that time when it was thin?
But I just wanted to hide it because I was kind of like depressed about it.
Yeah.
Because even being married,
you want to feel good about yourself, right? You want to feel attractive is what you mean. Yeah. And did you ever speak to anyone about it? Did you speak to any of your friends, or did you talk to your wife about it and say, hey, like, it's going thin, I'm not feeling good about this? Did you ever talk to anyone?
No, not at all. I just kept it all in.
Kept it all in, yeah.
Cafe, which kind of helped.
Okay, so you did catch on to some of the videos at some point.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, fantastic. So the hat goes on. You've been wearing the hats and whatnot. You said you tried the hair fibers and that didn't work too well. Was that because just not enough hair for them to hold on to, or what?
I think, but it was kind of just like a peach fuzz everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. And then, did you try any other sort of treatments at all?
No, it was just those two things. And once I removed the hair system, I was like, you know what, I'm done.
Okay.
Not accepted it.
Accepted it, yeah. So the hair system, I mean, from the hats, what made you decide, hey, I'm going to try this hair system? Did you see some advert for it or something?
I saw a video on Facebook, and his looked amazing. So then I went ahead and tried it, but because my wife and I's anniversary was coming up, and it was like 2 years where we would go out, we would take pictures, and I was wearing this hat. So I was tired of that, and I didn't want to wear a hat this time around. So I went ahead and I got it the day before.
Right, okay.
I took it off, and I was like, I just shaved it.
Okay, wow, this is quite a really interesting story. So you said you got the hair system at night. Was that deliberately, or was that just the only time the guy could sort of fit you in?
Pretty much the only time.
Okay, so you got it in at night, and then you get it done, and it's time for bed, so you kind of go home. You haven't really had a chance to take it all in, but even then you're feeling like, oh, I don't know if I want anyone to see this yet.
Yeah.
Why do you think you felt like that? When you got the system, was it kind of the stigma attached to like a wig, essentially, or what was it?
Well, I told the wife I was getting it, but once she was done putting it on and everything, it wasn't like blended too well. And then when I got home, I think it might have been the morning after, I was like taking pictures of the back, and the light hitting it, it was kind of like a purplish color on my brown hair.
Right.
So I don't know.
No.
Maybe I went somewhere else, or I let my hair grow out a little bit and then it was blended. It would have looked better. I don't know. But it was like super thick too. It was way, way too thick.
Right. So the first experience with the hair system, not good. And what made you think then, hey, you know what, like the fibers haven't worked, like I can't keep wearing the hats, I've done the hair system, that's just not it. What then gave you the confidence to say sort of, you know what, was it those failures that gave you the confidence to just rock the shaved head, or was it just being fed up with it? What was it?
Exactly. It was those failures that led into me accepting it.
Right.
Now, like if someone came up to me and offered me a full set of hair that they could regrow, I probably would just keep the bald head.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot better.
Yeah. You decide you're going to shave it. How does this play out? Did you do it yourself, or did you go to a barbershop to get it done?
No, I just shaved it myself.
Yeah.
So the first time there was all kinds of nicks and stuff.
Yeah.
So I had tissue paper, toilet paper stuck to my head all over.
Yeah, yeah. Did you just use you just had a face razor lying around? You just literally took that to it for the first time?
Yeah. That's what I initially used. I used that for a while, and then I found the Omni razor.
Yeah,
with that.
Yeah, the like bi-directional.
Yeah.
So you use that now, do you?
Yes. So that's pretty nice. If I go like 2 or 3 days, I'll use the standard razor. I'll get it pretty short, and then I'll go and use the Omni to finish it off.
Nice. You know, when you were losing your hair, what's the main sort of differences for you? Yeah, with having the shaved head compared to what it was like before.
Well, I think I'm a lot more confident now. I mean, I was pretty confident growing up when I had like the hair, but then when I got into that middle section for years, I was kind of like depressed about it and everything. And then once I shaved it, and then I started to accept it, because it was that last attempt to try like the hair system that really like put me over the hump.
I suppose disappointment in a way, right? You think, you know what, I've tried all this stuff. I can't just keep going on like this. Let's just get it done and over with, right? And did it take a bit of getting used to, or did you just feel like, hey, this is so much better now that I'm just done with it?
No, I got used to it like right away.
Oh yeah?
Kind of like, I was scared though, because I was worried about having like a good shaped head. I don't know what I look like without a beard though, and a bald head. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you already have some like facial hair before you shaved it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice. No, I think those are the normal concerns. What is your head shape? What are people going to say? What are people going to think? What did people say? What did your wife say? What did the co-workers say? Things like that.
So the family did kind of like joke about it at first, which usually seems to happen to a lot of people, is your family, like your acquaintances, people you've never met. They really don't care. Yeah. Because they don't know you with hair.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like the family that kind of like teased you at first, but then they begin to accept it. My wife actually likes it now. She likes rubbing the top of my head. She likes the beard.
Yeah, she likes the beard and the bald head look. It's a good look. That's another worry people have. Like, oh, what are people in the world of work or whatever, what are people going to think of this look? Has anyone ever said anything? Your like classmates and stuff in your college, does anyone ever say like, oh, like, is this the bald guy or whatever?
No, not really. Like at orientation, there was 2 other bald guys, and we got together and was taking pictures at the time.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, you got to. The thing is, I think when you go down this, when you sort of become aware of it and you do go for this look, that's when you realize like, wow, there's actually so many other guys like rocking the shaved head. When I get out now, I notice like a ton of guys with the shaved head. Yeah. And you think, oh, if I do shave my head, I'm gonna like stick out. People, when you're losing your hair, right? When you're wearing the hat and stuff, you're thinking, oh, everyone's gonna be looking at me. And then when you actually rock the look, you just have this bald-headed look. You go, hang on a minute, there's actually so many guys that have a shaved head. It's crazy.
Yeah, like a brotherhood now. When you walk by someone and they have the bald head, they kind of like nod and stuff.
Yeah, it's like that mutual respect, because they, you know that, oh, we've both kind of gone through the same thing. Now we're just out here doing our thing, like saying whatever about it, just getting on with it, you know? And there's a respect that comes with that. I gotta know, for other guys, I always ask this question. There's, you know, guys on my Instagram and on the YouTube channel who are at that stage you're at. Maybe they're wearing the hats, maybe they're doing the hair fibers, or they're, you know, every night researching hair systems before or after, thinking, should I get this done? What would your advice be? You know, some good solid advice for those guys watching from your perspective.
So I would say go ahead, try out different things like the hair fiber, the systems, before you actually like commit to the shaved head look.
Right.
But once you do it, you'll be a lot happier.
Yeah. So it's interesting though. Why do you think they should first try those things?
That's what I did. I think that helped me.
Yeah.
The shaved head look, because I tried the majority of the options, not all. But then getting that hair piece, because that was probably like the most expensive thing I tried, really like put me over.
It's actually a really interesting perspective because, of course, you know, really we can only give advice on what's worked for us, right? So for me, I didn't try any of that stuff. I just had a bit of like tough love in a sense. People just gave it to me straight. You know, I was lucky to find videos online that was, you know, Max de Silva, Entrepreneurs in Cars, and he was like, listen, just do it. Just shave it. Yeah. And I listened to that, you know, so I was lucky. But, you know, other people, they might say, for example, they say, okay, yeah, I'm going to shave it. They might not have tried the other stuff. They might still have in the back of their mind, oh, what will that work? Like, what if I try that? Will it give me my hair back? You know? And it's like they almost have to go through that, dare I say it, go through that disappointment. Because there's no, you know, go through it, try it, realize, oh, you know what? Yeah, this is kind of better, but it's still not my full head of hair back. You know, and say like, okay, listen, I tried. Let's just rock the shaved head, and I feel if you've done that, then they can really commit to it. Maybe that was your experience. You knew you tried the other stuff, and after that you knew, well, now listen, I've just got to commit to this shaved head, and that's probably what helped you just from the start, right? Just go all out with it.
Yeah,
fantastic.
That was exactly my experience.
Good. Well, listen, Sean, I appreciate you coming on and talking to me. I had to speak to you, you know, after the comment. It was just interesting to hear from other people's perspectives. And listen, this is a classic episode of the Bold Cafe podcast. We haven't done one like this for a while, where we get a guy like you on. He goes through it. I know you're a busy guy, man, so thank you for coming on. Stay in touch, all right?
All right.
Good luck with the studying. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this podcast and listening. I hope you enjoyed Sean's story. We will see you in that next episode. Goodbye.